Funny thing today, I do have to tell you all this. I'm not going to say his real name, but let's just call him Jimmy. Jimmy had an uninvited guest knock on his door. And the guest happened to be, a fling that he did, some odd years ago. And Jimmy's married. This is a real case. Jimmy's married. Matter of fact, him and his wife opened the door. Right? And when they opened the door, they see a lady at the front door, and the lady just said, "You have a 3-year-old son. I just thought you should know." Right? What do you do after you get that type of information? Right? So I asked him what happened next. He was puzzled, but his wife was pissed because she was in distraught and felt like he's a dog after he got the information. I asked him, "So how did you feel after your wife, felt some type of way?" He was just like, "Man, I couldn't really respond right there on spot because I didn't know what to say." What any man feel at that moment when a girl is going through, not girl, but wife, let's say wife, because I don't want to piss no one off. Wife, hear that, you will want that type of support instead of having someone badgering you about what you did years ago when you had no idea about having a kid running around. On top of that,
Or was this before the marriage? Was this before the relationship? Or was this after? 'Cause that depends.
they was together for. I think he told me they was together for like 5 years. See, a lot of women want to get married. Like, oh, if you don't know what you want, after 3 years, after 4 years, that was that type of deal, you know. And I think he felt forced. I think he felt forced to marry her because any man wants to do what's right for the woman, right? Those 4 years they was together, and they only been married for a year. And he has a 3-year-old son. It's very close. It's very close. However, if you ain't together, if you wasn't together, it really shouldn't even matter.
But were they together? Because they were together for 5 years. So he cheated on her or something? Like, what happened?
You know how you like in a relationship, like, oh, look, we have an argument, we need that space, and we ain't messing with each other, but somehow probably like a week later they back together or something. I don't know.
So what happened with Jimmy?
Jimmy went and he went and got them test results. It was this kid for real.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a kid for real. I understand. The wife was she was in distraught. And she didn't know how to, like. I guess she don't know what to do next because she's a stepmother all of a sudden.
Do they have kids together?
No kids, and I'm pretty sure she want kids. For him to have a kid that's outside of the marriage, I don't think that was one of the her dream type of marriage, but it happened.
Well, they say for better or for worse. I guess it's the for worse part. The worst
Yeah,
part.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, again, like, you never know. You never know what you're gonna go through in marriage, and I just think that people just need to understand, like, it takes way more than just being married. Oh, I like somebody, and oh, I. Sometimes you gotta understand what you really want. If you don't think that marriage for you, then say that. You know what I'm saying? So
So what did Jimmy tell the lady? Like, so he got the results. He found out, it's his kid. So did they all like have a kumbaya? Or, like, what happened?
nah, I mean, he was telling me that they wasn't him and his wife wasn't talking, and they was distant. But for me to like hear that, I was just like, his wife really making it. I believe that his wife really making it very easy for the other lady to slip in. You know what I'm saying? The reason
Well,
I believe that because
y'all, man,
no,
y'all gotta start taking responsibility for
no,
that.
it's you saying it's a responsibility thing, but what's happening is that you trying to work on it with the wife. However, the wife keep pushing away as if it's already over. But he's not saying it's over, but you're saying it's over. But what if he get tired and say, you know what, I'm tired of trying, because I agree it shouldn't. I
I
mean,
mean, I guess it depends on, again, like what was the circumstances. Like, did he cheat on her? Because if that's the case, then he should have at least admitted. Like, did she know he stepped out? Like, did they have a conversation and they was okay with it? She just decided to give him another chance. Like, it's like a lot of stuff that's missing. So like for her to, some people just can't handle that. Like you have to accept that. Like if he's trying and she's saying it's over, then that may be because she's just not one of those people that can like move forward from that. There are some women that are okay with moving forward, from that, but not everybody is in that place.
and you're right, but that's on you if you want to be able to like accept what's for hand. You know what I'm saying? And don't sit there and be mad about something and feeling like you can still do it because now you're not making a peaceful environment for yourself. You know what I mean? That's where I'm at. If you feel some type of way, okay, then let it be. You know what I'm saying? It's no reason why you should like drag it on where you're so frustrated and you're never gonna get up because you always gonna bring it back up. Let's put it on the table. You know you're gonna keep bringing it back up.
Or whatever like that. So I think that you know some people don't understand. Like, okay, it may get really bad sometimes, but you gotta be patient with that person to heal. Allow them to heal. Like people be so they don't like being uncomfortable because say they did something wrong or whatever like that. Or and in his case, it sounds like if he didn't cheat on her and they wasn't together and then all of a sudden somebody come up with kids, that's one thing. But if he cheated on her and he didn't tell her, he they kind of got married, under some false pretense. Because what if he would have just told her like, hey, I stepped out, I didn't use protection, so and give her that opportunity again. Some people just need time. Like if something happens, you just like a person is human. So you got to give that person an opportunity to heal and not be so quick to be like, well, you don't,
What's quick though?
I mean, I don't know,
What's
like
quick? I mean, granted, you right. Your quick might be, oh, a person. You only gave me 2 years. 2 years might be long for someone else.
yeah, that's a little bit.
That's a bit
But
much.
at the same time though, I still think that people just gotta be more patient and allow. But at this point, like give at least initially give that person a little bit of time to get through, because that's a grieving process. Like the person who you love and you married to, like you find out something like this, and especially if this is only if he literally stepped outside of the marriage or cheating on her or whatever. But if it's because they wasn't together, that's totally different. I wouldn't have reacted like that if that's the case, because you can't, if that happened and y'all wasn't together. So it's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a stepmom. That's how.
How can a man navigate through something like that? That's my biggest question. Like, I understand it's a grieving process for her, but how can he navigate through that and be able to like handle what she's got going on because she has the
But
same
that's
information?
but that's the thing though. Like you said, some people get married. Oh, I like you, you like me. I love you, you love me. Let's get married. And there's so many other things that ties into actually being married. Some people want to be married, but they don't want to actually be married, and it's not the same thing or whatever. So emotional intelligence is something that I think a person really should have, like when they get married, because that
Before they get married.
yes, before. And if they don't have it, then that's something that they need to work on quick, because you need to be able to understand and empathize with your partner and realize like we are on the same team. So if I'm not well, you may not be well, and vice versa. So let's figure out this together on how we can get well or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to
A lot
talk
of
to each other to
okay,
be
a
able to
lot of people
navigate.
talk that game that they can do that, but it's better said. Right, it's easier said than done.
It's true, but again, the foundation of marriage is that we are in this together. If you don't have that foundation, then it's gonna be hard to get through those tough times because it's gonna be one person may not be lacking something and vice versa, whatever. Like you said, some people have that ability to do that and some people don't. But what you do have the ability to do is you realize to each other, okay, you may not have that ability right now, but we in this together, so let's figure it out together. You know what I'm saying? That's how I believe. It's like, okay, there are resources that we can utilize there or whatever, a pastor going like, whatever to try to figure and navigate these things out together. If you are not at a place like that, it's not giving up on each other. Is what I'm saying.
Right. I no, I dig what you're saying. My experience actually going to therapy, a group therapy, you know, as a man, I'm okay going to therapy. However, when a lot of men go to therapy with their wives, right? They get badgered instead of getting therapy. You need to do this. You need to do that. A man is this. A man is that. And I don't personally me when I start hearing stuff like that, that's not therapy. Therapy is understanding why someone did what they've done, and then explaining it to them. Well, have you tried it this way? Well, okay. If I was in your shoes, what you did was good. However, it's a better way to do it. You know what I'm saying? What she did, cause you can't just point out a problem to one person and thinking that, oh, this person is the problem. It doesn't work like that. A problem always have a conflict because two people are not aligned properly, right? So therefore it's a problem on both sides, not just one side. So you can't tell somebody that you're the problem when you have two units to explain what really happened, because everybody say it's three stories, right? Everybody say this, but when it comes to therapy, they always say, well, you the man. Correct, you are the man. you know Everyone has to be hold accountable of their actions, correct? So why you won't hold that person accountable of their action as well? And that's my biggest concern when people actually go to therapy, because you can't just you actually belittling that person on who they are, on how they move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is important that you do find a therapist that's not going to be biased or
Right.
whatever. So
And
I
that's
agree.
that's the biggest problem, because everybody thinks they're a therapist. And that's not the case.
Definitely, definitely.
Right.
So anyway, so what's up with Jimmy? Did he ever tell you like what's the situation now? Like, are they all like? Is him and his wife still
I'm
together?
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. That's the reason why I had to talk about therapy, because their marriage on the rocks. Just because of it, not. That's why I said his wife is kind of giving the other woman, an open door. She's giving the other woman an open door, because, to be honest with you, yeah, Jimmy's wrong, but on in this case, the man is vulnerable. He's vulnerable, and the baby mother knows it. So why even go through all that when you know you still want Jimmy? You know. So that's my biggest thing. So I'ma just leave it like that. And I really need to hear other people. I need to really hear other people response with this, because it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow. If you was in this man's shoes, whether he was wrong or right, should their marriage still go and be successful, or should they just quit? Call it a quits. It's hard to say, man. Yeah. So I would like to just say thank you. Thank you for watching the show, and be blessed.
Don't forget to tell people. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Okay, because I was trying to figure out what
Yeah, I was trying to get you to wrap things up and like let them know, like, all right, well, tell me what you guys think. You know, I share my channel, but I really want to hear back from you guys on this.
Okay. I really want to tell you guys, like and subscribe.
Your words always a stupid crisscross. So tell me what you guys think. Like, share. Please like my.
All right.
Please like, subscribe, share my channel. I really appreciate
All right.
it. But I want to hear back from y'all.
All right. Well, since you heard my story, tell me what you think. I really want to hear from you guys. Please like and subscribe. I really want to hear from you. And share.